Hi, I'm David Ezekiel, transitional pastor for the First Federated Church of Peoria. Welcome to our midweek moment. They say that on average, human beings take 16 breaths a minute. This means we breathe about 960 breaths an hour. Over the course of a day, more than 20,000. 20,000 breaths. And by design, for the most part, this happens without any thought or work on our part. You might even say that most of the time, most of us take this simple act for granted. We breathe in, we breathe out, and we just keep on keeping on. I have to say that recently I've been thinking more about breathing. Over the last 2 years, as we have been navigating our way through a global pandemic, I have certainly been doing more thinking about breathing. When I wear a mask, I notice that I breathe differently. When I am in spaces within close proximity of others, I notice that I am more aware of not only my breathing, but the breathing of others. When friends or loved ones have contracted COVID-19, one of the most significant symptoms that some have shared is that it's difficult to breathe or catch my breath. In addition to these thoughts about breathing, I am increasingly aware of times when I am not breathing, when I am either holding my breath or when something takes my breath away. I find myself holding my breath at times when I am concentrating on something. I also find that I hold my breath in response to certain emotions. I feel my breath being taken away when I encounter something beautiful, whether it's the deep roar of the ocean coming through the window at night or the satisfying music my wife makes when she plays the piano. The contentedness of a quiet evening listening to the crickets and the whippoorwills. It doesn't last long, and it doesn't really require any effort on my part to begin breathing again. One of the most interesting things to me about breathing is how our breathing can affect the breathing of another, and vice versa. If you have ever held a pet or your child on your chest, you have some idea of what I mean. There is this rhythmic dance that plays out in your body as your breathing and their breathing perhaps feel in sync or noticeably even out of sync. Notice it the next time you are lying in bed with your partner. A marriage counselor I know tells that over the last 2 years, one of the complaints that she has encountered with relational partners is them feeling out of sync. They seek support because they are struggling with different ideas, mismatched or unmet expectations, sexual desire discrepancies, and resolution of broken trust and hurt feelings. They feel disconnected, disoriented, and disillusioned. And she and they sit and process and talk and talk. But one of the most effective exercises she has learned to use with couples involves very little talking. It is simply to just breathe. To do this exercise, I would invite you to sit back to back with a partner in a comfortable way. For 3 to 5 minutes, you are invited to just listen and feel the rhythm of each other's breathing. Then you can attempt to sync your breathing with one another without talking or communicating. Or you can use this time to have a conversation, to offer apologies and forgiveness for a recent argument, to spend time sharing the highlight reel of the day, or to tell your partner things you appreciate about them. If you want to try this, here is a meditation that you and your partner can try as you sit back to back. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Breathe in love. Breathe out pain. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe out resentment. Breathe in compassion. Breathe out regret. Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Breathe in love. Breathe out pain. Breathe in love. This exercise also works if you wish to do it solo. Give it a try. and just breathe. I'm David Ezekiel. Thank you for sharing this midweek moment with me.